Hey. So, still bad at introductions. I'm probably never going to have one, but that's okay. You know who I am. This one's mad. Just ignore him, you know.
No!
Vlogging, am I right? First video with my short hair, though. I like it. Yeah. This one usually naps. We're at school pickup, waiting for Brinley to get out, and this one will usually take a nap, but he did that before we came. That one will usually just entertain himself or watch a movie or something, but
When did she tell me back?
not today. He's fine. So today I'm gonna do the Q&A thing, and I didn't realize until this moment that I didn't write the questions down. So just gonna go with it, and hopefully I remember all the questions. I do know that one of them was how did Chase propose, and I'll tell that story. But let me just start off. No. I'll just tell that later. So, it was the day before my 18th birthday. I know, so young. But you know, at that time in my life, I was like, I'm so old. I know everything. I did not. And looking back on it, I'm like, holy cow! Brinley's never gonna get engaged at 17, 18 years old. Because it was so young and I didn't realize that. Okay, Cooper, that's fine. But he came to visit me because at this time we lived, we lived 4 hours apart. So he was in Houston-ish and I was in San Antonio. And he came to visit me. Well, he had made me think that he got me an iPhone for my birthday. Being proposed to was not on my radar, okay? I had no idea. Like, we had talked about it, of course, because he was going to join the military. So, okay, Cooper. So it was talked about, but I didn't know, like, we didn't talk about when or anything like that, obviously. So, he comes to visit me, and, you know, this whole time, I'm like, when do I get my birthday present? When do I get my birthday present? And I'm still thinking it's an iPhone. And he's like, you can have it when we go out to eat. And I was like, it's a weird time to give me an iPhone, but okay. So we go out to eat at my favorite Mexican food place, which is no longer a thing and is haunted, so. But he was really weird, which I didn't realize at the time why he was weird. I mean, after the fact, I was like, okay, now I get it. But he was really weird. And when we got to the restaurant, he was even more weird. So I was like, you better not tell them it's my birthday. Like, don't do it. I don't want to be sung to. If you know me at all, you know. Which, Tess, I think it's really funny that you asked this question because you always make fun of me for this. But, you know, I do not like public attention, okay? I especially do not like taking pictures in public. It does something to me, okay? I don't like it at all. I don't like when someone's like, take a selfie with me, and we're in public. I don't like being sung happy birthday to in public. I don't even like someone else that I'm with being sung to in person. I don't like it. I don't know why. I just don't like people looking at me. So we're at the table and he's like, I'll be right back. And I'm like, Chase, I swear, you better not tell them it's my birthday. Like, I don't do that.
Now?
No, it's not my birthday. I'm telling a story. I was like, I don't want that. Like, do not do that. And he's like, Courtney, I am not going to tell him it's your birthday. And I'm like, you better not. You better not. So, he's gone for a hot minute. And he comes back and I'm like, did you tell him it was my birthday? He's like, I did not tell him it was your birthday. I was like, you promise you did not tell him it was my birthday? He's like, Courtney, I swear I did not tell him it's your birthday. And I'm like, okay. So, I don't know, like 2 minutes later, this lady starts walking at me with a freaking cake. I was like, you told them it was my birthday. And you got me a cake. Are you kidding me? And I'm like glaring at him. I'm like, I cannot believe you told them it's my birthday.
What?
And he's like so red. And I'm like,
What the?
I didn't realize at the time. Oh, again. Hang on. Shh. And he's like, will you just look at the cake? And I look at the cake, and the cake is white with yellow and blue frosting, and there's a Cinderella in the middle, and then there's a little G.I. Joe, like figurines. There's a G.I. Joe down on one knee.
Show.
Yeah, down on one knee, proposing. Oh, I still have the figurines. I could have showed you later. And anyway, the G.I. Joe's proposing to the Cinderella, and then on the cake it says, will you marry me? And I was like, you know, and I like couldn't say anything. He's like,
Were you gonna be
well,
happy?
and I was like,
Were you happy?
I was so happy. And then she pulls out a camera. Apparently my mom sent Chase with a camera and was like, make sure somebody takes pictures. So, it was even worse than him telling them it was my birthday. Okay? You can imagine. I was so embarrassed. Like, I'm sweating just talking about it. So, now all these people are looking at these two children that are gonna get married, and they're like clapping, but you know inside they're like, what are they, like 12 or something? Anyway, everyone's clapping. Congratulations. She's taking pictures of me. Oh, it was so so awkward for me, but a really sweet thing. So I'm not mad about it, but I was embarrassed. Yes. So that is how Chase proposed. Oh, another question. I think was it easier for me to make friends who are military or not military? I would have to say military, just because I met most of my friends through Chase. Through Chase's coworkers, their wives. That's how I met most of them. But at Whiteman, when I worked, I met them at work. And I did have a lot of really good non-military affiliated friends at Whiteman. I don't know that I have any. Someone's gonna be like, hey, I'm not military, I'm your friend. But I can't think of any right now that here at Seymour. So I would have to go with military. That doesn't mean that they're better friends or less drama, because if you're a military spouse on a military spouse Facebook page, you know a lot of drama goes down. But I would have to say, again, military for me. Now, if I had a job again, probably non-military. Just because they're easier to get along with, you know, sometimes.
Let go.
No.
Yes.
And
I'm getting her back.
for me, it's easier to talk to people who don't know what you're going through, because they have an unbiased opinion on it. So yeah, there's that. I think another question was, what were Chase and I like before we had kids? That one's easy. We were kids. Because we had Brinley super young. Hey, stop, buddy, okay? Stop.
I want to say.
And I don't regret having Brinley Young at all. Like, she was a blessing, but I think she was a blessing in disguise, because whenever please stop. Stop. I'm not going to ask you again to stop. Whenever we got married, so we got married in March, pregnant in May. Oh, our anniversary's tomorrow. 7 years. How have I done this so long? I'm kidding. So, and then we got pregnant with Brinley in May. So, and then we moved in August. So everything happened really quickly. But when I moved away, I didn't just move out, you know, like I moved 12 hours away, and Chase, 12 hours away from everything I ever knew at the age of 18 years old. Sorry, got distracted. But I was really homesick a lot of the time. And having her, I didn't make friends right away because I didn't really know that there was like ways to do that. You know, my friends were from school. Like, I made friends at school, in high school, and then at college. Like, I didn't know that you could use Facebook to make friends. I didn't know that. I didn't know there was pages for it. You know, there's a lot of stuff I didn't know. Please stop, Cooper. So it was just her and I, and for a little bit, and she was like so cliche and corny, but she was my friend. But she also was my first baby, so a lot of it was new to me. I spent a lot of my time with her, obviously, getting to know her, getting to know what it was like being a mom, you know, all that stuff. So she came at the perfect time. I don't really know how I got there. What were Chase and I like before we had kids? We were kids. Literally, we were kids. But I feel like I'm the same. Oh. I feel like I've always been this way. I mean, you take my kids away, and I can be a friend who's not a mom. You know what I'm saying? I can be a friend who's not a mom in the moment. And I feel like I was that way before I had kids too. I was just, I don't know, fun. Okay, buddy, that's not how you ask. You're gonna have to hold on, okay? I don't know how to do that. Another question was anxiety after my first baby. How did I get over it? To be honest, I don't think you ever get over anxiety with your kids. Like, I feel like you always just kind of have it after you have a kid, because you just brought this human into the world, and they're stressful, and everything you never thought about, you think about. So I don't think it goes away. But with Cooper, I had it really bad because of our experience together. So I knew it was a problem. I knew my anxiety was a problem after him, and I knew that I had to do something about it because I cried so much and I didn't feel normal. I wasn't normal.
I need help.
Okay, Cooper. So yeah, I don't think it ever really goes away. I feel bad that I can't remember all the other questions. I think that was it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like there was more questions and I'm forgetting. So if there's anything else you want to know that I didn't talk about, maybe I'll do another one. Yeah. I'm gonna go help Cooper with his gun now and go get Brinley because she's walking out right now. Perfect timing. Okay? Say bye. Say bye.
Bye. Here we go, Millie. Bye.